Welcome to the number one friendship podcast in the country. I'm Aaron Karo.
I'm Matt Ritter.
And make sure to check out our Audible original, The Buddy System, at audible.com/The Buddy System. And also check out our merch and watch our videos at manoftheyearpodcast.com. Matt, today we're talking about one of our number one bugaboos. Is that the right word?
It's not a weird term that we don't want to look up and find out we're canceling ourselves.
Isn't that the name of a stroller brand?
Bugaboo?
Yeah,
I don't have
it
a
is,
bugaboo.
actually.
I got the
It's very fancy. Very fancy. It's a fear. It's a fear. Bugaboo is a fear, but that is actually
I've got the Upper Baby. I've got the Upper Baby 2, baby.
Oh yeah, you're pushing a stroller with a double decker.
Okay. Oh, you want to get into this real quick? A little tangent.
Let's get into it.
So we have both the double decker and the double wide, and we like the double wide.
Well, because it takes up more room, and that's very on brand for you. On the sidewalk.
No, it's actually weirdly, I don't find it hard to maneuver. A lot of people find it hard to maneuver. I actually find it easier to maneuver than having a very long one. Like especially for bumps and stuff. Like for bumps and I don't know. As long as I'm kind of I know where I'm going, I like the double wide.
But the thing is, a big weight difference between your left side and your right side, or your right side and your left side.
Same with Brenner and Julian?
Yeah, as opposed to straight ahead where you're just pushing straight.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, weird. I bet you I'm in the minority of liking the double wide.
Yeah. It's in the one where they're front and back. Who's in the front? How does that even work?
So first of all, we couldn't even figure out how to put this thing together properly. We have them stacked. We have them so Brenner's it's stadium seating.
Okay. Yeah.
So for whatever reason, Brenner only fits in the back one. So Julian just hanging out of the front one. It's a little chair, mini chair.
And what's the cup holder situation?
None. Disaster. I've spent almost 3 years trying to find a cup holder that actually doesn't spill coffee. It's not possible.
I mean, there must be a what's it called? A cottage industry of cup holders for these things. It's not built into the handle?
No, they're attachments. There are some that have them built into the bigger dash thing. Yeah.
Oh man. I was next to this woman on a plane a couple weeks ago. It reminded me of you. She had an iced coffee and she was just trying to put her stuff above, do whatever while holding this iced coffee. I'm like, this iced coffee is going to go all over me.
I mean, I don't have a shirt that doesn't have coffee stains on it.
At one point, she put it into the, whatever the thing.
The net? She put it in the net? I do that too.
Yes. And I'm like, this thing is going to explode. But this is, I think today's
the iced coffee net.
The iced coffee bag?
The net. Yeah, there is.
The net. Yeah. I mean, it was very precarious. But I think today's topic will actually is something that we're sort of on the same side of, which is Flakes. Flaky friends. Flaky friends. So first, let's define our terms here because, flaking could be you make plans and they cancel at the last minute, don't show up late. But it could also be people who you can't even make the plans with to begin with. Do you think there's a distinction?
Which one's worse?
Oh, definitely the former.
The people who make plans and don't show up. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
As opposed to the people who just can never get it on the calendar.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they're birds of a feather.
Yeah.
But you've had multiple, does it count as flaking when you've had multiple friends just show up so late that you just left?
That's hilarious.
Is that flaking?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you even have. I feel like Karo doesn't tolerate flaky friends. So the term is even, it's like a contradiction in terms.
Oh, I don't have any flaky friends except for my friend Nicole, who we've mentioned before, who you can't get a hold of her, but that's just baked into her. She either you either don't see her, she doesn't show up for 2 years, or she takes you to the Super Bowl. So I'll just deal with it.
So you
But
do
no, I
have
don't.
flaky. You do have a flaky friend.
I do have a flaky friend. Uh, I don't suffer people who just don't show up or who cancel at the last minute or anything like. I mean, that's just unacceptable behavior.
So I don't really, but my wife does have flaky friends.
Okay.
And I'm not going to call them out here, but maybe we talked about this years ago. She has a couple that just hard to pin down and also don't show. Both the double flake, the sugar cereal, the frosted flakes.
Hard to pin down, but then they don't show up or they cancel.
So
I
like
mean,
they don't give you an answer, and then when they do say they're going to come, still it's a crapshoot.
okay, so can we let's psychoanalyze the psyche of a flaker. Is it because they have better things to do and they're hedging their bets? Is it because they have a crazy life?
I find, just my opinion, I find that it's a combination of things. One is flakes, they don't think about respecting people's time. Like they're not even really aware. They're a little lacking in self-awareness.
Well, they don't practice radical self-awareness.
Yes,
Trademark Karo.
Yeah. The other piece, I think, what you're saying is right, is that like there is a brand of flakes. These are the what's like an off-brand flake cereal. They're the brand of that nobody really likes. The ones that are looking for something better.
Yeah, I mean they're cornflakes.
Yeah, just plain cornflakes. Nobody really.
Yeah.
So I think there is a brand of that. I think as you get older, those tend to thin out a bit.
Matt, do you remember? Remember, probably they still have it now. Those little boxes of cereal where you can get like a multi-pack of all the different flavors.
Do I remember? How dare you, sir? How dare you?
What's your favorite sugary cereal?
Well, so in order, it's Lucky Charms, Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios, Kix. Is Kix even a sugar cereal? Yeah, that's the whole list.
No, neither is really. Yeah, okay. Frosted Flakes, I agree. I like Corn Pops.
That reminded me of are Corn Pops the same? I gotta have my Pops with the frog.
Yes, that's them.
I gotta have my Pops.
Yeah,
those were pretty good. Okay.
What about Chocolate Rice Krispies?
No, not into any of that stuff. Chocolate in the cereal? No, thank you.
But it's chocolate milk. You don't like chocolate milk?
No, I only liked Yoo-hoo chocolate drink, the processed stuff.
That's all you could afford.
It's all I could afford at Alias. Wait, so is Kix even a sugar cereal?
Kix is for kids, man. Kix
Rice
is good.
Krispies. Yeah. I like Rice Krispies. I haven't had sugar. I haven't had cereal at all in a long time. But those boxes were amazing because if you recall, I don't know if you knew this. You remember you could eat them out of the box.
Yes, there was like a way you folded them up or something.
Yeah, yeah. They were like a little diorama opening where you would put a little, like, surgically open the middle, fold it open, and you had a little cereal boat.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And you poured the milk inside the little plastic bag. I mean, it's disgusting.
Oh man, Corn Pops. I haven't had those in decades. I love Corn Pops.
Where did this
anyway? So I totally interrupted you, but so we were discussing the psyche of people who think they have better things to do.
Yes.
Which to me, that's the lowest form of flake, like the worst kind of flake, because that's not even like really, you don't want your friends to be like, do I have something better to do?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. As you get older, I think that kind of flake kind of dissipates because it's like, what?
Wait, I didn't tell you this. This was a couple of months ago. Tell me what you think about this. Is this flaky? This is a reverse flake. I was on my way to best friend Mike, like a Halloween party, in the car driving. While in the car, I got a text from a buddy. He's like, "Hey, decided to have a Halloween thing tonight. Like, come over." It was 45 minutes from the time that he texted me.
Okay.
What do you mean decided to have a Halloween? Like, it's
in
so 45.
You got a last minute invite. You were on the back.
No, but I did check, Matt. I did check. That everyone got it. It wasn't. I didn't get the
Oh,
last
so
minute.
okay, that's called being spontaneous.
Oh, okay. All right. You're not as bad.
It's
I was
called
just
being
like,
spontaneous. So throwing a last minute part. People are still allowed to throw last minute parties. We cannot judge.
set 45 minutes beforehand on Halloween.
Listen, somebody wants to throw a last minute thing. That's great. I support it.
Okay. Anyway, but I was saying that the people who are always looking for a better option, those are low on my friend totem pole. I don't have any of those friends, basically.
So Jesse had a couple, and over the years, I saw her get really upset about it. And it would be like canceling a one-on-one dinner, like not showing up for a one-on-one dinner on a Friday night, and it's
Mm,
like then she has no plans. So,
I don't like
but these are people she wanted to stay friends with. So I think over the years she learned to just not expect them. They're kind of like a friend emeritus. If you remember, we came up with that term, friend emeritus. They're still friends, but zero expectation friendship.
for a
Is that a
one-on-one.
that?
Yeah. For a one-on-one dinner, you get maybe one cancellation a year, one cancellation every 4 hangouts.
Right.
It's got to be, unless it's an emergency, you can't do it the day of.
Right. Agreed. But so, question about this flake thing. So, a lot of times, I think in her situation, the flakes were people that one on one, when they are together, truly enjoy their company, truly are. Can you be a good friend in the moment, but not be a good friend?
Ooh, ooh, that's a hard hitting question, right? Like when they're locked in, it's a blast, but it's hard to get them
Yeah.
locked in.
Yes. She has a couple of like that fit that bill. Um, and so, I have a hard time with it because obviously I love my wife and I want to protect her from, you know, bad feelings and hurt feelings and all that. So I think I'm glad that she basically rid herself of, the expectation that these people are real friends.
Right.
So she's downgraded them in a category. I always sort of my mantra is like, the sooner you accept people for what they are, then you're not harping on what they aren't. And as grown-ups, like you're allowed to just have, if you want, a flaky friend, but never put yourself in a situation where you're going to get burned by them.
I like how you just said, you know what I always say, and you just said something you've never said before. I've never heard you say that. Yes, they're not a holistic friend. I don't love that, but again, I guess I just described. I have a friend like that too. Yeah, you're right. As long as your expectation is, I'm not going to get a hold of them. They may cancel on me, but I enjoy it. Then it's fine. If you get together and you don't enjoy it, then cut them.
Never plan a one-on-one with a flake.
Never go to a second location with a flake because they won't make it to the first location.
Never leave a friend to go meet a flake.
Right. Yeah. Flakes. Although if a flake is available, maybe
Right,
you
but I'm
do
just
want.
saying, if you were somewhere and the flake is
Right.
TBD, don't do it. Suckers move.
What's EBD?
TBD. I'm saying if the flake's like,
Oh,
oh yeah, I think I'm gonna meet you at this thing. Come meet me. No, that's
yeah.
disaster.
Yeah. Have you ever
Never leave
flaked?
your house. Never leave your house until you have the GPS tracker on them.
You know what it's like? Do you ever take like a Xanax or a sleeping pill on a plane?
Yes.
Do you ever take it too early and then the plane gets delayed?
Oh, it's the worst.
So that's the same thing with a flake. It's like never. What did you just say?
I
Like
said
never
never
leave
leave
your house.
until you've
Yeah.
got GPS, until you've got eyes on the flake's location.
Yeah.
That just
Have,
reminded me I was on a flight and I did that and it was delayed and I had the lay down seat and they wouldn't let me lay it down. I was so tired.
oh shit.
It was
Because you're like
cross
on the tarmac.
country on the
Yeah.
tarmac and it was like an
Yeah.
hour delayed and the guy was like, you can't. I'm like, I can't sit upright. I can't do it. My Brenner calls them my sleep cookies.
Wait, what is it?
Melatonin. They're
Is it
these
just like
little gummies.
okay.
They may or may not have been dosed to our children.
Got it. Oh my God. Your sleep cookies. That's great.
Yeah, daddy can have a sleep cookie.
Have you ever flaked onto someone?
Yes, I'm sure I have. I can't like imagine that I haven't flaked on people, you know? I think we're going to go do the inventory. I'm sure we're all guilty of it at some point where we said we were going to go somewhere and didn't. But I guess it's like how you flake and what you do about it afterwards that matters, maybe.
Yeah, I've never flaked on anybody.
Well, what do you define as flaking? I mean, if you said you were going to come to something and then you didn't come, have you never not done that?
Correct. We talked about this like years ago on the pod. I just say no. You
Right,
say
but you
yes.
never
And then,
said you were going to go somewhere. No, I'm saying like a paperless post or something. You've never RSVP'd yes to a paperless post and then didn't go.
no, I don't respond. And then I wait till know if I
Yeah.
can go or not.
Well, look, I think friendship, isn't something. Sometimes you just aren't feeling like going to somewhere. But if you said you're going to go, you should go. I agree with that.
I will say when I've done it, which is on Partiful,
Yeah.
because on Partiful you have to say yes to figure out where it is.
Oh, okay. So you have flaked on part of it.
Partiful flakes don't count. Partiful flakes don't count.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with that. Partiful. Where did they come from? It's all over my text box.
Should we take a listener question? All right, we'll be right back with a listener question. Okay, guys, this is asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question or ethical dilemma, send it to us on Instagram at Man of the Year Podcast, and we'll answer it on the show. Matt, this is a great question. I think this is a Matt special. It's actually one of our most thoughtful questions from Instagram. He didn't say whether he wanted to be anonymized, so I'm just going to anonymize it. We'll call him AD. I'm just going to read the whole thing. Hey guys, love the episode on finding fringe friends. I'm 40, married, and a dad of 3, 11, 9, and 6. Oh boy. I come from a tough upbringing, so I've had to build a lot of emotional awareness and discipline. Because of that, I really value honesty, vulnerability, and people who show up. What I keep running into, though, is that a lot of adult social circles feel like, quote, high school hallways. Status chasing, fake friendliness, subtle exclusion, drama cycles, all surface level. I'm not built for that, but it feels like that's what's most of what's out there. My question is, how do you make real, emotionally mature friends as a dad when the social landscape feels shallow or toxic? How do you avoid feeling, quote, too much for wanting deeper connections? Would love your guys' take.
Okay.
It's good.
It's a very honest question, very vulnerable, very raw. You could feel it. Feel it in his bones. This guy wants to make friends and has the ability, and you'll do it. Let's just back up a second. I haven't had that experience in my friend making, right, as a dad. And I just, I think it's a blanket kind of generalization that isn't true. It's a little bit of a limiting belief that, how the social landscape is filled with, dramatic, exclusionary grown-up parents. I think that is just from the limited experiences that have left a bad taste in our listeners' mouth.
By the way, one of the examples was drama cycles. I don't even know what that is. Is that just cycles
right,
of
like
drama?
I don't even know. Like I so don't relate to that in my 3 years of new parenting and in my neighborhood, in my school, in my whatever things I'm doing. It sounds like, let's just back up. 2 things. One is maybe you're just not connecting with the right people, and again, we always say like, if it's not the right people, then maybe you're in the wrong place for you. But the other thing that I think I'm hearing, and this is not to act like we know this person, you're maybe coming in a little hot.
Okay.
Sounds like he wants to go deep and hard and fast, and maybe he's doing it a little too quick.
First of all, you're telling me that your parent friends, there's not drama?
I don't know, have you heard me talking about parent drama, really?
Well, also, I would not. I
Yeah, I
don't want to
know.
hear.
Not
You
really.
tell me
I
there's
mean,
not school parent drama. This guy said this person said this. These people are getting divorced.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't indulge in that, I guess. So I'm not a gossip. So I'm not privy to it. Maybe I'm the person they're gossiping about.
Matt floats above the herd. I'm not a gossip, he says.
I'm
a
not.
gossip.
I'm not a gossip.
You can still hear the gossip.
Huh?
You can still
Maybe
hear
I
it
am the gossip, right? Maybe would I hear it? Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. I just don't feel like there's a lot of drama going on. So yeah, I mean, look, yes, I mean, I think these things exist, but to the extent that there are plenty of people that do not indulge in that, you might want to just try and seek out some other folks. But it's hard. It sounds like you really want this to happen, and so this idea of like I want to be deep with people. I want to get there. It takes time.
By the way, this is all an allegory for moving to LA, where everybody is like fake and there's all this status chasing. But then when you actually meet the right people, you realize like none of that is actually true.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times it's partly because you also, even with the people you do meet, you just we're prejudging people a lot.
Mm-hmm. Right. You gotta you gotta give people a chance. Okay, let's just take this guy at his word. Let's say
Yes,
he's met a few
group, they're all
people.
drama filled.
Right.
You don't want to deal with the BS. Well, where are you
Yeah.
meeting them? Right? Is it the school? Like, so then don't make friends at the school. Go outside of that realm. If it feels like you're in a high school, you could just as easily go outside of that realm, go join a gym, go join a pickleball league, just go meet somebody in a different venue where there isn't a built-in hierarchy. What do you think about that?
Uh, well, you're assuming there is a built-in. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I also think he's married. So, like, what's the partner's job here? Is he or she filtering out the people for AD? Like, are some of these or is she friends with some of these people and he doesn't like them? Like,
Right.
you
If
got
you're
to
letting your wife do the lift, then you're just ending up with the cake and pizza dudes.
right. Cake and pizza dudes mean you're just standing around at birthday parties eating cake and pizza with
and,
dudes you
and
don't
being
care about.
shallow with people that you're not getting deeper with. Also, what are your interests? Right, find people that share your interests. As grown-ups, a lot of our friendships are made in interest-based activities.
Okay, let's do a trademark flip of the question here. You're one of these status chasing drama queens at the school or whatever. What he assumes you are. Why do I want to be friends with AD? Like,
Right, I already
uh,
have my clique. Right, I already have my parent clique. Why do I want to bring this person into the fold? I think that's why he used the word exclusionary, so it is probably a little bit of that.
right, but it's also possible. Like again, our number one tip on the podcast is be the friend.
Right,
What are you bringing anything to the table, or you're just walking up to these people and expecting to be welcomed with open
right.
arms? I mean, maybe what you're interpreting as exclusionary is them they already have a crew. This is the same as our question from a couple episodes ago, where the guy's like, "How come this my buddy's friends don't bring me to the bachelor party?" They're like, why should they?
Right. Right. Let's not assume that there's any malintent. It's just they may already have a healthy, they may not be open down to friend. DTF.
I mean, status chasing, subtle exclusion, and drama cycle sounds like Matt. I mean, that's if someone just met Matt, they'd be like, he's status chasing with his sleep cookies. He's excluding people who are flaking on him. He's got drama. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any
Mm,
sense.
yeah.
None of what you said made sense.
Yeah.
But look, I think what you're saying is very valid of like, hey, you're coming at this like, hey, there's a group of people. I don't like them. They seem to already have their own crew.
Right.
They don't include me in their stuff. Okay. Well, sometimes you have to build your own crew. Or again, when I said like hierarchy, maybe it's not that you shouldn't be hanging out with them at the school, but maybe you want to do it one-on-one.
I was literally just gonna say let's start with one.
Yeah.
Let's try to find one guy who you can stand or who you like better off who you
Yeah.
like, and try to work your way from this one guy as opposed to joining a whole crew. I mean, there's got to be normal people in this circle.
Yeah. But this person has extra sensitivities because he admitted he had a tough childhood and that
Mhm.
probably built up his own walls or,
Right.
like perceptions on things, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you had to do that. Look, and I empathize with that. Maybe you had to do that to survive, right? But maybe we need to shed some of those beliefs that helped you get to through a rough childhood, because it sounds like things aren't so rough anymore. So maybe we just need a little tweak of perspective.
Mhm. Also, when you just meet someone, everything's surface level fake friendliness because
Yeah.
you only know them by the surface and they're not
Yeah.
actually friends yet.
Right. Give them a reason to get beyond surface.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because like I'm vacillating. I don't want to diminish his feelings.
They're very
Like
valid.
clearly,
They're very
yeah,
valid. People feel this way
yeah.
all the time, especially with school and parents. And like you said, you asked me if I'm sure it goes on. I'm sure it's all over my school too.
Yeah. Because I think let's go back to what you said, Matt, about interest level friendships. What is your passion? Are you a gym guy? Are you a whiskey guy?
Yeah.
Let's potentially look to outs to places with more like-minded people. Then you might find more like-minded friends. And then is how do you make real emotionally mature friends? You know, again, it takes time, right? I mean, you don't know what a person's emotional maturity battery is until you've hung out with them a bunch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like to know those kinds of things, to prejudge these people as not having that emotional depth and maturity. It's very, very hard to believe that that's, universally true about all of them. And so I think it's a little bit of like, let's maybe give people more of a chance too.
People do
Um,
surprise you.
yeah.
People do surprise you.
How do you
So
make emotionally mature friends? It's a good, sort of question, but it's not something you can really determine that quickly, right? I mean, the
yeah,
depth comes with time. The depth of your relationships come with time and, hours spent and consistency. And let them in, let people in, right? I mean, it comes with letting people in.
right. That's what I was gonna say. You know, I feel like instead of you want people to open up to you. I mean, that's probably you think that probably happens first before you open up to them.
Yeah, but I also said maybe he tried it and he tried it too quickly because I think there's a little bit of,
Right.
hey, I want people to be deep. Sometimes, there's people who really want to make friends, and a lot of us are uncomfortable with people giving a little too much depth early on. And that's just the rules of friend making. Same way in the rules of dating, you come in too hot, it's unattractive. It makes people scared. And I'm not saying you're wrong to do it. And maybe there are people that will connect with, but just as a general rule, there's a pace to these things.
Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. Do we answer that?
I mean, it's going to be a work in progress. There isn't like a definitive answer to, hey, I don't like this group that we don't know anything about.
Yeah. So I would say one, reevaluate these guys that you have met. Number two, reevaluate your own filters when you're meeting these people. Are you coming in too hot? What's your wife or partner doing? And also look at friend groups that are outside of this area, such as interest based.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, guys. I was
Boom.
asking for a friend. And AD, let us know, please. Let us know what you think. That was asking for a friend. If you have a friendship question, send it to us on Instagram, Man of the Year Podcast. Okay, Matt, as we wrap up here, any final thoughts on the flakes of our lives?
Why?
Why? Just don't do it. Well, but to be
Why?
fair, Matt, as we discussed in this episode and have in others, you say yes, I say no. You've said yes to stuff and then bail. I'm saying you're flaked,
Yeah.
but that's a flake. You're on the flake spectrum.
I think almost everybody's on the flake spectrum, but yes, I try to honor my commitments. And I try to look at it as, oh, not am I feeling it? Am I motivated? Does this person need me? This is somebody that I care about, right? It's like partially, look, we talked about it. Like friendship does run on obligation a little bit.
Do you think every flake is to at least one or multiple people not a flake?
No.
Oh, you think flakes are flakes to everybody?
Yeah, because I have found, at least to the flakes I know, everybody else kind of views them that way.
Right, but these people have to hold down a job and a marriage.
In social life, I'm just saying, I feel that every time I've ever met a flake, anyone else who knows them, it's kind of the joke about them. It's kind of their defining trait in a really bad way.
Ugh.
Because
All right, the moral of
flakiness
this-
overshadows a lot of other good traits. So if you are a flake listening to this, just remember that flakiness isn't just some ancillary trait. As people get older and they start really doing the inventory and the evaluating of where they want to spend their time and energy, you really fall off that list because flakiness it's a very bad quality.
I'd say to our flakes out there, reach out to us and let us know why you flake, but they don't know they're flakes and they will probably forget to reach out to us.
That's right. We're not getting any emails from the flakes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Let us know about your experience with flakes. Always remember, be good to yourself, be good to your friends. Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.